Get on, welcome back to the channel. This is not an episode of the Karate Build Diary, nothing to do with cars today, it's actually the garage. The garage itself has got an issue with condensation on the metal roof, something I've known about for a long time, but I've been meaning to get around to. It's one of the jobs you just don't want to do, but I've got to do it now because stuff is starting to get wet and it's, you know, the winter's upon us. So I thought I'd take you guys along for the journey, see if it's of interest to anyone. So yeah, let's crack on. So I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up on the camera, but we're now a couple of days into November and the weather's turned colder than normal. You know, it doesn't really get that warm in South Wales, but it's getting pretty nasty now, and it's going to be nasty through the whole winter until sort of March time. So I need to address this issue. The idea I have is I'm going to try and clad it and put some insulation up. So insulation I've got is this stuff, 100mm thick mineral wool. It's meant for loft insulation, but it was cheap and I don't have much of a budget, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I've also got this hollow board, which is 5 metre lengths by 300mm. It's about £9. I think I paid £9, 10 quid a sheet of it. So hopefully I can use that to hold the insulation up. I've also got some expanding foam, which is going to be to fill in the gaps around the edges of the walls, where the walls meet the roof, to stop any nasty things in sort of infesting. You know, also stop birds nesting and stuff in there. And I've got these little pins which I'm going to use to hold the roof up. You may have seen in some of the videos that the lights have changed from these fluorescent strip lights to these nice energy efficient LED panel lights. So I've actually had to drop these down 10mm to allow the board to fit in underneath it. Whether that works or not, we'll see, but it's all a learning curve, so we'll give it a go. So first job is to fill in the gaps up here all the way around, to stop anything in sort of making a nest or whatever inside the roof space. So as seems to be every job I do, there's always a stumbling block, and the first one is the fact I'm missing the little doobrey that goes on the top there, so I can't really use this. We'll see what happens. I made a little bit of wood to go on the top. I'm hoping I can just sort of press down on that but we'll see. I'm not optimistic, I'll be honest, but let's see what happens. So as suspected, that failed hard. Didn't work at all. I'm going to need the right nozzle, but I haven't got time to do it now. I've got to get the roof up and I've only got today to do it, so let's just crack on. I can insulate it. Luckily I can get to the outside of the roof from the outside of the roof from outside, so I'll do that another time. So for now I'm just going to crack on and get the panels up. So cue a time lapse of me putting up some plastic panels. Sounds thrilling. Alright, so I hope that was hilarious to watch, because it felt hilarious doing it. Not something I'd ever recommend anyone does. A 5 metre length of plastic that's very, very bendable, trying to put it up yourself on a ceiling that's just out of reach without an extra pair of hands is nigh on impossible. Alright, so now at the fiberglassing part. This is horrible stuff. If anyone's using it at home, definitely, because it's going everywhere and it's all in my... I'm using gloves. But even then it's still going in my skin and stuff, and I did have a little bit in my eye, which is horrible. So yeah, bit of health and safety there. So far I'm doing this bit so far because I can't get any further with the light, so I'm going to tuck it in there, same down there, tuck it in, and then get a few more panels up, and then I'm going to hopefully be able to do a longer run of insulation and sort of backfill it, if you like, just to try and make myself a little bit easier, trying to reduce the amount of cuts I've got to make with this horrible fiberglassy mineral wool stuff. But yeah, progress is happening. It's awfully slow. I've been here about 2 hours so far and I've got 2 panels up. There's 18 panels to fit, so at that progress I'm going to be here till tomorrow, but we'll see, so bear with me. Next piece is going to need cutouts for the lights, so that's what I'm doing here now. So I've got one this end and one that end. The idea is I should be able to sandwich it in the gap in between there, and then just pin it up as normal. That's the plan. Probably isn't going to work like that. We'll see. I'll give it a go. I'll get back to you. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. Changed tactics because that wasn't working. Turns out I was being a bit of an idiot, and the board has a tongue and a groove, and I was putting it up the wrong way, hence why that piece looks like a banana. So if you're doing it at home, don't be like me and do it properly. So I started again on this side and it's going up quite nicely. Insulation's in. I've left that bit blank because there's the light there, but rest of it's all in. Probably going to get to halfway tonight and then I'll take up the rest tomorrow, as it's taken hours. But yeah, quite pleased with it. Should be alright. So I thought this would be a good place to stop and give you a bit of an update. All the insulation's in, as you can see up there. Absolutely disgusting stuff, as I mentioned before. But hopefully it'll do the job of keeping the condensation off the car. So I've got 3 more panels to go up. And I've got a bit of more insulation to put on as well. As you can see, nearly used 3 rolls of it. And then I've got the last couple of panels to go up. So yeah, job done nearly. So yeah, as promised, next shot was the roof in its finished state. Quite pleased how that came out. A few little bits and pieces that I'm not completely happy with yet. Around the lights need doing and stuff, but I can live with it for now, and as long as it keeps the water off the car, that's the main thing. So yeah, job done. So yeah, job done. Happy with that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it keeps the garage a more inhabitable place over the winter. Maybe I can get some more work done down here, and also keeps everything that's down here drier. No more rusty bits, no more pools of water when I come down in the afternoon. So yeah, it was an awful way to do it. Time lapse went to hell because I was making a right mess of things. So, but yeah, I'm not a roofer. It's very much an amateur job, but it should do the trick. So yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, like you know, garage upgrades or things that I'm doing other than car stuff, let me know. Drop a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers and gone.